Alright, so today we're looking at the first and last goal of the most iconic RLCS players in RLCS. But I should also preface that there were some where I couldn't find the most recent goal. I also didn't look at ball chasing replays. Instead I looked for broadcasts and actual casts that happen of the games. So sometimes it's not quite the last goal, but most of them are. So, Alright, anyways, let's get it started with the first one being Turbopolsa. Started his career in 2016, ended in 2022. 2022. Back then, in Season 1, the replays are very laggy. Look at that shot. The lag on that shot is insane. But yeah, anyways, Turbopolsa, obviously, we all know him as the guy who was used to be considered the GOAT for the longest time. Now it's a little bit more debatable, and I think we're leaning towards Monkey Moon now. But yeah, the four-time world champion Turbopolsa ended his career at Envy when he was replaced by Illusion, but he had to sub in at some point because Illusion was ill. Came in, did a pretty good job. I think he made top 6 with them in this event. Little did he know, unfortunately, that this would be the last RLCS main event he would be in. And yeah, did a pretty good job. Unfortunately lost against G2, but at this time, G2 were absolutely insane with this roster. So yeah, fair play. Turbo, what a career. And then next up, we've got Squishy. Started his career in 2017, ended in 2024. Entered the RLCS into Season 4 with Cloud9, here with Gimmick and Torment. Got a top corner shot there against Rogue, which had a Sizz on the team, by the way. And yeah, Squishy was obviously known for his mechanics early on, had that ceiling shot that we all remember in Season 4 World Championship, won Season 6 World Championship, and then he also won RLCS X NA with NRG during the online era. And his last goal, by the way, what a goal with his old friend Gimmick off the ceiling here in the goal against M80. A great team as well, by the way. AJ, Jorius, and Nas, a great roster. Yeah, what a goal. And then next up we got the original GOAT, Kronovi. Started his career in 2016, ended in 2020-21. Obviously with iBuyPower Cosmic, he was known for winning the Season 1 World Championship, the first one. He was probably the best player there as well, and or at least the best performing player. He's most known for obviously winning that first World Championship, and then also winning E-League with Rizzo and JNAPS later on under G2. Ended his career here at Continuum during RLCS X against Ghost Gaming. I know as well he made like a top 4 with Rogue. He did a couple of, fairly good results, but generally speaking, his peak powers really was Season 1, and then kind of was in that contention for major-like events for a long time, and then obviously, like I said earlier, won that E-League. But he's such a pioneer in the Rocket League scene. Anyways, next up, Kuxir97 started his career in 2016, ended in 2022. We got a clip from Season 1 against Mocket EU, because Mocket also had an NA roster during this season. Another laggy goal. But yeah, Kuxir97 known for creating the Kuxir pinch, and known for winning the Season 2 World Champion, known for being the best player in the world during that period as well, much like similar to Kronovi in Season 1, but you could debate that maybe Kuxir was the best during Season 1 as well, but they're pretty close. Other than that, DreamHack champion and a WSOE champion as well. So a very good career Kuxir had. Ended his career here with the Kuxir's minions. I think it was to Season 2021-22. That was the season he ended at against Misfits Gaming. This shot, and they won the series as well, by the way, against a really good team at the time. And then we got Fairy Peak, started his career in 2017, ended in 2020-23. And during this replay, we got K-Dop actually being AFK at the start of it. But, Fairy Peak, he doesn't care. He gets the goal anyways. It's a really good Flipside Tactics roster. I believe this is during Season 3. But yeah, Fairy Peak, known for being, probably the 1v1 GOAT. As well as winning Season 7 World Championship and winning RLCS X Europe with Vitality, with Alpha and K-Dop as well. Kind of stealing that away from BDS at the end of that season. And yeah, ended his career again with K-Dop, like we saw earlier, AFK. with Solary during RLCS 22 23. So yeah, that's how he ended his career against, again, pretty good team, PSG Tundra. And now we got Deevo, started his career in 2016, ended in 2023, playing against Oh My Dog, which had Turbopolsa on the roster. We had Deevo, look at this shot as well. Pretty good angle. But yeah, he was known for winning Season 3 World Championship and, you know, being the best player during that period as well. I think most people would have agreed at this point that he was the best player in the world, and OCE named the double tap after him as well. So yeah, one of the OG goats. And I ended his career at Endpoint actually, but I couldn't find any of the Endpoint broadcasts, so I did get a goal, you know, for one of his last. I think this is one of the. It's either the last or second last event that he had for Guild in RLCS against Luminosity here, which also were a pretty good team. Ixo, Atomic, and Tox, and Guild won that series too. Anyways, now we've got ViolentPanda. He started his career in 2016, ended in 2020-21. Here for Market Aces, back in Season 2 League play. Again here against Turbopolsa on Oh My Dog, couldn't quite get that one. Fairly normal goal, standard goal for ViolentPanda, known for winning the World Championship twice. So that's, you know, pretty much makes you one of the all-time GOATs on that alone. Ended his career at Heroic, where he made one top 8 with the Flying Dutchman, his teammates. But yeah, they got picked up by Heroic. Unfortunately, weren't really able to replicate that result ever again. But here, pretty good goal by ViolentPanda. Could have even had a better career if not for one of his physical injuries that he had. I think it's something to do with his arm or wrist. But yeah, definitely struggled with that throughout his career. But also won Season 9 Europe as well during the online era. Now we've got Fireburner, started his career in 2016, ended in 2019. He was obviously known for, well, firstly, you know, being part of that roster that made the grand final in RLCS 5. Season 5 against Signitas, did that whole 0-second goal together with Justin and Garrett, and Fireburner's 50 will never be forgotten by the oKhaliD community, so that's what he's most known for. On top of that, also winning the X Games LAN, which at the time was a pretty big LAN as well. Which still would be today, to be fair. People just don't really know about it very much. But yeah, ended his RLCS career at LAN against Vitality Season 7. Scored here on KDOP. And they won this game as well, but went on to lose the series eventually, going out top 8 against the eventual winners of the Season 7 World Championship. But yeah, pretty good career, but, you know, was kind of more iconic because of that Season 5 last-second goal as well. Rizzo then in 2016, ended in 2020-21. We got a Season 1 goal, pretty mechanical actually. This is a 1v1 prodigy here that we're seeing in Season 1. Playing for Maka Esports, the NA one from Season 1. But that's pretty funny to see that he, you know, in Season 1, he was individually very mechanical and very impressive all the way back then. Which you wouldn't really expect from him, you know, fairly shortly afterwards. But yeah, you know, he went to the final of RLCS 7 World Championship, won E-League with Kronovi and JNAPS obviously, and then won Season 9 NA during the online era. Now we got GarrettG, recently just retired, started his career in 2016, ended in 2020-24. This guy was considered Captain America for the longest time. Pretty good goal here, by the way. Top corner, pretty good. But yeah, he won the Season 8 World Championship together with Justin and Turbopolsa. And other than that, won X Games, won RLCS X NA. I'm not sure if he won anything else than that that's really relevant. But yeah, he had a very, very good career, winning many regional championships in North America as well. So yeah, he definitely dominated his region and got that, you know, that World Championship dub in the end. And made that final together with Justin and Fireburner in that Season 5. Important to mention because that's such an iconic grand final. So that simply alone makes him all the more iconic. Next up, we've got Torment, started his career in 2016, ended in 2020-23, here with Lucky Bounce during the first season of RLCS. And we got a pretty funny goal, actually. I think Kronovi tried to back pass, maybe get into the corner, I'm not sure, but Torment, you know, just gets a free goal here. Torment, obviously known for winning the RLCS World Championship during Season 6 with Cloud9. and you know, ended up doing a fair few things as well. You know, won that dream hack with Squishy as well. Forgot to mention that about Squishy earlier. Just a quick correction, they actually won 2 DreamHacks together, so yeah, just wanted to correct that real quick. But yeah, had a pretty good career, won many regionals. And here the last goal he got for version 1 against G2. And he made many majors, made a world championship with version 1 as well. Just couldn't quite, you know, get any championship there with V1, unfortunately. And then now we've got a lot from 2016 to 2020. I put him here just because of how iconic his goals were, because he's got such longevity. The goals that he scored has such they really survived the test of time, is what I'm trying to say. Some of the redirects he got off the ceiling, and some of the double taps he scored were just insane for the time. That even would be considered, you know, decent goals nowadays. So I had to put a lot on here, even though he didn't really win anything. You know, he got second at a world championship. Other than that, didn't really accomplish much of greatness. But his goals were just so incredibly iconic. Ended his career, or ended his career at the top at Mouse. Later on, still making some events in RLCS X with Chalks, I believe. But essentially ended his career at Mouse. And now we've got Chausette 45. Started his career in 2016, ended in 2024. Started actually at Shoot and Goal. Wasn't really a known team because they didn't make LAN and everything. But yeah, Chausette won a DreamHack. Alright, another correction. They won 2 DreamHacks. Made many worlds. He was considered during one of those DreamHacks as the best player in the world. He popularized the Fennec. I feel like I had to put him in there for those reasons. And then ended his career at Solary as well. Just like Fairy Peak did, he came in. They came in with Astral here instead of Fairy Peak. But yeah, pretty much the same team as Fairy Peak ended with. Yeah, pretty good shot here. Just a good hard shot clear. And there you go. That's Chausette's last goal. And now we've got Drippay from OCE. This guy made the only top 4 at RLCS Worlds as a full OCE roster, which has never been replicated. So I had to put Drippay here today. I know that the stream wasn't great quality here that I've got downloaded, but you know, had to put Drippay on here. Pretty decent shot in OCE there. Ended his career at Cringe Society, getting second in OCE X OCE. That's what I just said, OCE, whatever. But yeah, pretty good shot there. You know, they're just about to get it out, and then a midfield pass. Drippay comes in, gets the shot, and yeah, eventually do lose against Ground Zero though. You know, looking at Torsos and Amphis, a very good season from them, as well as Express. But you know, Express ended up retiring by the end of the year, I think. The next year, I mean. Anyway, so now we got Ahmad, started his career in 2020-21, ended in 2020-24. He's one of the MENA GOATs, making a grand final there for that region, together with oKhaliD and TRK 5-on-1. And yeah, I just put him on here because he's the MENA GOAT, really, or he was at least, until probably TRK would be considered to be the GOAT now. But yeah, I had to put him on here because he was that first top MENA player for the region, and ended his career for Twisted Minds here this season in 2024. Pretty simple goal there against Team Mobula. But yeah, that was his last goal that we ever saw. So yeah, what a great career Ahmad had. Won literally like every MENA regional that there was back in the day. And next up, I thought it was, you know, fitting to have oKhaliD there as well. Same years as Ahmad. And a really good goal, by the way. A great pass by TRK, and then what a goal by oKhaliD. The flipper double tap. Probably at some point was the best ones player in the world, if not at least second. But definitely popularized his style of play in ones, in certain ways at least. And then yeah, ended his career at Rule 1. And I say he ended his career, we don't actually know if he's retired yet for sure, but I feel like he is, based on a tweet from Senzo. But I guess we don't know for sure. But yeah, playing here with Naupo, got a goal here against Power. Unfortunately, they ended up losing this series against Power. But yeah, oKhaliD had a pretty good career, made that final together with Ahmad, like I said earlier. And then, yeah, now we got Ferra, 2017 to 2021. I put him on here mostly because of how he transitioned from a player who had a lot of results, pretty good goal by the way for the time, into a coach that also had really good results, better results than he had as a player. So I feel like because of his popularity as a coach, I could put him on here as a iconic Rocket League player. He's also kind of iconic for being a bit of an airbus, always looking like he's got no mechanics and that it takes him 2 years to get up in the air. But yeah, his accomplishments. I know he won. Oh, two DreamHacks, I want to say. Yeah, I believe he won two DreamHacks. One with that bluey fruity roster. I'm sorry, bluey not fruity. Bluey and someone else. Chausette, Bluey and Chausette roster, and then a Chausette with fruity as well. Anyways, next up, CJCJ started his career in 2017 and ended in 2022. I put him on here for similar reasons as Ferra, but mostly for his transition from a player to a caster. Also, he was a bit of a meme for a long time as well, known for his entrance, his walkout entrance in RCS as well. His best accomplishment, winning OCE regionals. I think pretty much that's his best accomplishment. I know in his last season he made top 16 at Worlds. No, not quite top 16. He made the second round, I believe. No, he didn't. He lost in the first round, so he would have made top 16 at Worlds. But getting there, he beat Optic, which was Dree's illusion, and missed. So winning against them is very, very impressive. So he had a lot of longevity in his career. Anyways, though, that's gonna be it. That's all the most iconic players that I could think of. If you want to see another video like this, where maybe I look at the most crazy goals from the most iconic players, or the first and last LAN goals from the most iconic players, let me know. Maybe we can hit 10, 20 likes, and then maybe I'll do that at some point. But anyways, see y'all later, and subscribe. Bye bye.